Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Can't take it with you. Be no value. You can't take it with you. There be no value. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. We are eternal beings, souls everlasting. We are eternal beings, souls everlasting. If you can't take it with you, there be no value. If you can't take it with you, there be no value. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. 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 Freedom your home. Freedom your home. Check. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. Make joy your palace. Freedom your home. 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 Okay, that was Hariram Kirtan Experience, their first CD called Akal. The song is called Make Joy Your Palace. As I was saying, that song was inspired by Osho, the Master Osho, who really brought home for me this theme about the now and what is of true value. As I say in the one verse, if you can't take it with you, then it has no value. It's true, isn't it? It's an old saying. remember hearing it as a youngster, growing up from time to time. Kind of getting it. You know how a lot of these expressions, maxims, one can get it, excuse me, on a superficial level, a cognitive level, if you will, on the rational level. But it's mostly caca then, isn't it? If we don't get it on a deeper level, heart level, a knowing instead of a thinking, then the maxim, the poetry, the mantra, the prayer is worthless, is dirt. Nothing more. For me, the oldest practice on this planet that humanoids have practiced, for sure, without a doubt, is shamanism. And to be more specific, storytelling. Storytelling is the oldest profession on the planet. We all know what the second oldest profession is, don't we? Yes, prostitution, which means that prostitution is the oldest story. Fascinating, isn't it? And it makes sense if we look at prostitution from a broader perspective. So if we say this word if I say the word prostitution, a lot of people will immediately visualize, a woman, perhaps a young man standing on a street corner, dressed kind of provocatively, this kind of thing. And it's such a limited view of prostitution, isn't it? Prostitution for me is about slavery. It's about codependency. Prostitution is rampant on this planet and always has been. That's why we call it the second oldest profession, which means it still exists today. Storytelling is the oldest, and to master the art of storytelling, one has to master the art of the word, master the word itself. Symbols. What are words? We could get into that, go deeper into what a word is. A symbol. The oldest alphabets appear to have derived from symbols, from images, cave drawings, etc. Eventually became letters in an alphabet. I'm fascinated with some of the older languages, Arabic, and Chinese, and Sanskrit. The way it looks, it's beautiful art. And the fact that they don't go from left to right, like a lot of the Latin languages, they often go from right to left, and vertically instead of horizontally, right? Fascinating. How shifting the order and position, the movement of the letters or words, images on the page changes the whole vibration, the whole meaning and value of the story. This is what prompted me to speak about storytelling and shamanism. Is just that words have no value when they're spoken from the head, when it is a thought, just a thinking process, and there's no connection to the deeper heart, soul, consciousness. Again, what one can listen to or read the most profound poetry of Rumi, Tragav, Shakespeare, and not be moved. We know it, right? When it really goes deeper, we feel it. There is a feeling, there's a vibration. That's when the word is gold, for me. So I might leave, dear listeners, with that thunderbolt. Here comes the rain again. Let's see if I have any rain songs here. So alchemy then, for me, because everything comes back to storytelling, in my view, alchemy is about the word. It's about transforming lead into gold. Right? It's the most common metaphor. Sometimes I use the word dirt, lead. You see the point. The word is worthless when that connection is severed between the heart and the mind. Words are worthless, have no value. Like lead. So an alchemist is one who has mastered this fine art of transforming lead into gold. And it's all or nothing. When one is trapped in the poop story, as I call it, all words are shit. Caca, poo-poo, lead, dirt. It's only when one makes that magical leap, a transformation, the words are transformed into gold. It's all or nothing. Every word then becomes gold. There's no in between. One cannot, in any given moment, be speaking some words that are lead, some are gold. It's possible. Like if we separate the moments, one could be enchanted, inspired, in unity, communion with God. Every word is beautiful, majestic, and then somehow fall out of it. The next moment, next minute, however long, then of course every word is dirt, it's mud, until that golden moment comes again. That's why I speak about the golden eras. I will devote some programs to this on the network. The golden era. Let's see if I can find a good song from that wonderful time period, or at least something that's related to that. The last golden era for me is 1967 to 74. Here's one from the golden era. It's called Nightingale. What a voice, huh? There's a Sinkar and the sounding ensemble. I want to play another song from this brilliant album for your listening pleasure. John Lennon's been on my mind today, and Yoko Ono. Why is it that the good always die young? Careful what you ask for, eh? Be careful when you use the word why for any question. I was better to say how. How is it that the good always die young? Well, one answer that comes to mind is that death is a total and absolute illusion, right? So there you go. Here I'm going to add a John Lennon song interpreted by Sinkar and the Sounding Ensemble. Enjoy.
Sharing all
Well, how does it get any better than that? Yes. Sing card singing Imagine by John Lennon. It doesn't get much better than that, does it? I'm not sure if I can archive these programs, and I don't know if I want to, but I think I can. I do have a few recordings archived on the Spreaker site. One of them is on the refugee story. I've got a few recordings, and I'll try to upload a few more. So when I meditate upon refugees, what it means in this so-called refugee crisis upon the planet today, which is nothing new. I often think of this song by John Lennon, Imagine. Imagine no borders. Imagine no country. In other words, imagine that this is one global village. Then what is this refugee crisis? Because there's no such thing as refugee. How can there be a crisis then? If refugees do not exist, it makes me think of a beautiful book that I came across back in 1999 on my Love 101 tour across the U.S. Literally jumped off the shelf. It was called, in this place I was staying near Washington, D.C., the book is titled E.T. 101. Like literally kind of one of those moments where the book just kind of leaps off the shelf somehow. And I'm doing a Love 101 presentation at this center outside of D.C. And this book lands on my head. Looks like it knocked me over. It's called E.T. 101. Beautiful book. And if you're interested in this or anything that I talk about, send me a text here at the station or by email ufolove2014@gmail.com, or for friends on Facebook. The page that I'm using right now on Facebook is Nigel Ong Wolf. Just send me a message and I can give you any details on stuff that we're chatting about. I was just reminded about E.T. 101 because the author, it's referred to as a manual. It's funny when I think back. One of the early origins of UFO love. Even before that, David Bowie, Space Oddity and Spiders from Mars, Ziggy Stardust, my teens, wow. And then later on, various things, getting into Space Invaders, those early video games, and of course Star Wars 2001 when I first saw that, Space Odyssey. All of these things, right, fascinated us. Star Trek. I wasn't a huge Trekkie. I got into it. Kirk and Spock and all of them. Captain, she's not going to go. Like, you can't give her any more, Captain. Okay? Okay, thank you for my wonderful Scottish. I'll have to work on my accents. But maybe a glass of Scotch might be in order. You know? That's the secret, of the Scots and the Irish too. Why they speak this way, the brogue, it's because of all the Scotch whiskey. Or the Irish whiskey and the Irish. The Irish don't drink Scotch too much, and the Scots don't drink Irish whiskey, but they both make very good whiskies, let me tell you. I didn't know single malt whiskey was also made in Ireland. Boy, was I wrong. Okay, of course it is. They have their own kind of single malt, And the blends are very good too. Anyway, I digress. So the UFO, looking back now, I'll speak more about the UFO story. and name stories in general too. I'm an expert on names. If you're considering dropping your name or adding a new one, drop me a line again. I'm an expert. I should have a book out by now on the subject. Could easily write a book on it. In 1999, I came across ET 101. It's a manual. As I opened it, I'm laughing my guts out almost immediately. It's a manual for mission control for those of us who came down to planet Earth, Gaia, on this fantastic and dreadful mission to awaken humanity to their plight and hopefully bring some healing and peace and so on. Of course, part of the introduction to the manual was to let us know why and how we had to fall asleep when we came down here to be indoctrinated, kind of thing. We had to go through the dark night of the soul, in other words. I'll be speaking a lot about the dark night of the soul as it relates to soul retrieval and psychodrama and so on. We had to fall asleep in order to be indoctrinated into the poop story, as I call it, and also known as the human condition, so that we could then wake up at the right times, like me receiving this manual for mission control. Aha! Thank you. To remind me why the hell I came here in the first place. You know? Thank you. Thank you. So, and what brought me back to this wonderful manual, and you can get a PDF online for free if you want. I can give you the link. Some important distinctions that the mission control made in defining terms. One of the most important distinctions is between extraterrestrial and alien. That these are not the same thing, not the same phenomenon at all. In fact, they're polar opposites. Basically, what the manual says is that an extraterrestrial is any being who not only loves planet Earth, Pachamama, Gaia, with total love and respect and gratitude in all her creatures, but they also feel the same love for every planet in the cosmos, every star, for all. Unconditional love. An alien, on the other hand, is closed off, does not value Mother Earth, does not value her inhabitants, rapes and pillages the planet, and other planets too, any planet they can get their hands on. You know, different stories, you may have heard some of them about mining planet Earth for gold, the Anunnaki. Hopefully I'll be interviewing some of my friends and friends of friends who are experts in some of these conspiracy stories, because they're quite fun, right? Like with the Anunnaki and such, and the Illuminati. Prison planet kind of themes. Don't want to spend too much time there, you know. Like Alex Jones. This is Alex Jones. This is Alex Jones. Okay. Anyway. I prefer to chant mantras and share poetry and things like this. However, we'll dedicate some time to that. Suffice to say that the aliens and the extraterrestrials are both here. I want to clarify this as well. An alien is not outside of us. This us and them thing. Again, we can create another split in the mind. This dualistic thinking that we have to look out: is he or she an alien, or they're an extraterrestrial? Are they on our side? Because the manual also says, of course, that they're both here on planet Earth. We have aliens. Unfortunately, they're running most of the corporations / countries, right, cities, all the corporations of the planet. So they tend to be cold-blooded, heartless, right? The 1%, as the Occupy Wall Street like to call it. And I'm saying here, for anyone who's listening, that we're all one, okay? So I'm not trying to divide. No, I don't want to divide people. I mean, we have enough division. In fact, one could say that is the conspiracy right there, to conquer, divide and conquer, right? Extraterrestrials are also here on the planet, meaning that we're all extraterrestrials, right? Love, for me, is the only reality in the entire cosmos. Love is it. Love is all. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. It's easy. Ba, 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 ba. All you need is love. Wah, 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 wah. All you need is love. Wah, 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 wah. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. In other words, I'm saying to you, anyone that's listening, to myself, that aliens, we can call them cold-blooded reptilians and so on, they still have a beating heart underneath that cold shell, the cold exterior. An alien is an extraterrestrial in disguise. We are all masters. I like to say it this way sometimes. We are all masters. Masters in disguise. And when that blessed moment comes, that moment of awakening to our true purpose, our true nature, then and only then does one become a master of disguise. How beautiful that disguise rhymes with the skies. Because a master of disguise, for me, is also a master of the skies. In other words, he can fly. She's now free. A master in disguise is trapped in misery. But a tragedy. The human condition, the poop story. So, I've almost reached 100 minutes. That's a good start. Magic number. So, I'm going to... What's the radio word? I have to learn some of the radio language. When you log out, I want to say log out because of this computer lingo, but that's not the language I want to use. I want to use radio language. Even though this is a digital radio apparatus, I want to bring back part of my joy with this internet radio access is to bring back the beauty and the magic of radio. Yes, including radio theater, music, live interviews, all of this, poetry and lullabies. So I might purposely come on late at night. Well, late at night where? Depends where you are on the planet, right? And sing a lullaby. So I'll sing lullabies any time of day because it's somebody's going to sleep or taking a nap somewhere on the planet, right? At any given moment. So signing off, that's the term I was looking for, signing off on the bandwidth. And I might come back a bit later. This is Eastern Standard Time. It's 7:20 right now, where I broadcast from 7:20 evening, Eastern Standard Time. So I may come back, say, around 10:20, about 3 hours. We'll see. Perhaps a little music, a little night music, a little lullaby. For those of you who want to sleep with some enchanting melodies, try to tune my guitar, my voice, so to fulfill that promise. This is UFO Love, saying, love is all, love is it. Even the most curmudgeonly, crab cake aliens out there, I love you. I'm here to embrace you, especially to invite you to share your heart, as crusted as it may be, as walled off as you might feel it to be. It's still there. The beating is there. It might be very subtle. You might need a superfine microscope, stethoscope. I want to get one of those, don't you? They call it stethoscope. A very fine stethoscope that doctors use just to listen to a person's heartbeat. I'm inviting all of you to do this again. I mentioned earlier, if you don't have a stethoscope to listen to your own heartbeat, be creative. Find something that you can use to do that. This is your homework. And all the homework that I assign here on the network is optional, and there are consequences. All right? And if you can't create something like a stethoscope to listen to your own heartbeat, and or listen to someone else's, place your ear over their chest. Well, first maybe ask them permission. Although I would love to hear some stories from somebody just going up to a stranger and placing your head on their chest without permission, without asking first. That could be interesting. So I'll leave you with a mantra in English, one of my favorites. It's a good way to start the day. It goes like this. What kind of holy royal mischief can I get into today? And if it's nighttime, you could just modify it. What kind of holy royal mischief can I get into tonight? And then let it go. Don't be attached to the outcome. Just let it come, however it wants to come. You can modify the words if you don't vibrate with those words. That's fine. You could say, what kind of luscious, peaceful celebration of the heart can I co-create today? Have fun. And Sat Nam. Blessed be.